Remember the Strozk page text that went missing? We still haven't found all of them. Don't you find it awfully weird that the dates they're missing are right around the time Strozk starts texting Page about how the CIA may be leaking like mad? That's who he's talking about. What else were they texting about from December to May that's now missing? Did they find out it was the CIA and text about it and nobody wants you to see that? Here's a letter by Senator Ron Johnson and Senator Chuck Grassley, two Republican senators who have taken an active interest, and I have to hat tip them, have done a very good job of trying to nail the intelligence bureaucracy at the top that was engaged in this rogue operation to the wall. So Johnson writes a letter to the Intelligence Community Inspector General, effectively the internal affairs for the intelligence community, saying, hey, it used to be Michael Atkinson, who has his own issues, who's gone now, thankfully, but that's a whole other issue. Here's what they write in this letter. Oh, this is fascinating. Johnson, Grassley, quote, we write to you today to highlight other information regarding the FBI's apparent awareness of leaks by other agencies or entities to the media. Specifically, in a December 2016 text message between FBI agent Strozk and FBI lawyer Lisa Page. Strozk tells Page, listen to this in this text message. This is at the beginning of December. Strozk, quote, I think our sisters have begun leaking like mad. Scorned and worried and political. They're kicking it into overdrive. Come back to me. So we know this is in the first half of December of 2016 where Strozk sends this page about their sisters, obviously talking about an intel agency, most likely the CIA, have begun leaking to the media like mad because they feel scorned. Scorned by what? Scorned that their efforts to destroy Trump didn't work. This is just, what, a month after the election? Trump is the president-elect. They're all terrified. Strozk suspects, based on media stories, that someone in the intelligence community is leaking like mad. But how are these people in the intelligence community now getting this information to leak to the media? Can you go back to page 1? What else happened in early December? Oh, look at that. Mike Flynn's name appears on unmasking requests. December 14th, December 15th, December 14th, December 15th, December 14th. If we go to page 2, this is amazing. You have all these intel officials' names redacted, assuming they're operatives whose names have to be redacted because they're intel. December 14th, December 15th, December 16th, December 14th. So there are massive unmasking requests for Flynn. Gosh, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Tells you the back channel, Brennan, the black op he's running with foreign intel to spy on Flynn isn't working. How do we know? Because Trump won the election, you dunce. Brennan freaks out. What happened after the election? Well, you may say, Dan, you're arguing that before the election and at certain points things were unmasked and at other yes, I'm arguing they threw every single tool in the toolbox at Flynn. They did unmask his name. I'm just suggesting regarding the Kislyak call that I don't believe that one was unmasked. I believe that was the subject of something different, a Black Ops channel. I believe there may have been a FISA on Mike Flynn. They threw the entire kitchen sink at Mike Flynn. So what happens? Why not just continue to use this intelligence back channel with the United Kingdom after the election? Oh, think this through. Think this through. I have on very good authority, ladies and gentlemen, very good authority, that after the election, our foreign intel partners freaked the out. Drop a little F-bomb in there, if you know what I mean. And we're like, holy shnikes. We just spied on the now incoming president of the United States. What do we do now? So your intelligence back channel that CNN reported on, UK is passing intelligence to the Obama administration through a back channel because we can't seem to find it on official channels. It all dried up. Dried up like that Slim Jim beef jerky we were talking about. But Brennan wasn't going to give up, nor were his intel people. So what do? Put up page 2 a moment. In early December, they start unmasking Flynn's name in reverse, listening in on every foreign phone call they have, picking up Mike Flynn, pretending they're targeting foreigners, and unmasking his name like crazy to basically wiretap him, knowing they can't get a warrant on him now because they found nothing, and knowing their foreign partners won't feed them information there. Look at the dates. Right around the time Strozk figures out that this is what they're doing, and they're getting the information, and they're leaking it to the media. You know what's also convenient? Pointed out by the great at John W. Huber on Twitter. Put up Undercover Huber's tweet. That you know what's really fascinating? That the Flynn unmasking requests in early December ramp up right around the time that the Strozk page texts start to go missing. If the IG hadn't forensically retrieved some of those texts, the gap in text would have been from then until the day Mueller was appointed as a special counsel. Wait, what? Remember that? You forgot that story, didn't you? This is why you got to go. Listen, if you're researching this case and you're not on Twitter, you're making a huge mistake because the mainstream media is seriously 3-4 years behind this. Remember the Strozk page text that went missing? We still haven't found all of them. Don't you find it awfully weird that the dates they're missing are right around the time Strozk starts texting Page about how the CIA may be leaking like mad? That's who he's talking about. What else were they texting about from December to May that's now missing? Did they find out it was the CIA and text about it and nobody wants you to see that? That the CIA has been shut down by their foreign intelligence partners from spying on the Trump team because Trump won and our foreign intel partners are freaking out, knowing they'll have to tell the Trump administration about it? So what do? They start unmasking Flynn's name, peeling the name off, reverse targeting Flynn in total violation of the unmasking procedures, and then taking the stories and giving them to the media?
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud and follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 at DBongino.